So there was a time when I really struggled in the area of my health. Not like a major disease or anything, but I just really struggled running my business and taking care of me. And the constant overworking and being overwhelmed and stressed out and not eating right and not exercising and all of that together was not the way to make the money that I was looking for. So yeah, there was a time when I spent a lot of years overworking and being overstressed, and it really took a toll on my business. I wasn't healthy physically, emotionally, or mentally, none of the three. And you really can't run a business like that for very long. But then what I realized is it's not like these things were happening to me. The really fascinating part was these deadlines and these goals and the overcommitment. I was the one doing that, right? They were self-imposed. I was putting all this pressure on myself at the expense of not only my own health, but also my finances. The good news, though, as frustrating as it was that I was doing this to myself, is that I was also the person that could change every single bit of this, and it really wasn't that hard to change it. But let me tell you what I did to make that happen. So the number one thing I did is called constraining. Yep, saying no, getting some of that stuff that you think is important and that you want to do and that you say yes to, some of those things just have to go. You can't be everything to everybody, including to yourself. So you gotta be choosy. I love the mantra, say no to the good so you can say yes to the best. So definitely you have to constrain. But the other thing you have to do is really make your health a priority. And I'm not just talking about losing weight. It's not necessarily about being the skinniest person in the room. It's about being the healthiest person in the room. So make nutrition and exercise and clean eating and all the stuff that goes into helping you be your best, make that a real priority. If you read the book High Performance Habits by Brendon Burchard, he says one of the things that the top performers in the world have in common is that they make their health a priority, and you should too. Now, another powerful tool that I've used is in the areas of mindfulness, and that's meditation. And I love using meditation. I really even combine it with journaling, because anything that I can do to manage my thoughts, manage my mind, get things out of my head and either out into the world or on a piece of paper really help me lower the stress. And they really help me stay centered and focused on the things I want to accomplish each day. Try mindfulness and meditation because I think it'll really help. And then don't forget that it's really important, even for us adults, to play. That's right, to actually play with no goals, with no end game, just relax and have fun. And this is probably the hardest one of all for me. Being the workaholic that I am, or that I used to be, I have a really hard time just relaxing and having a good time, and you may be the same. So you actually have to plan for play. And I know it sounds silly and it's not super spontaneous, but if you want to make sure it happens in your schedule, plan some time to just have fun. Play a game, go for a walk, heck, get one of those adult coloring books. Anything you can do to just relax and have fun that does not have a goal or a deadline or an outcome associated with it. And guess what? I created a whole system around this scheduling and time management, and I put it in a really cool asset down below. You can find it and you can download it and start putting this practice in place in your own life. And you're definitely going to want to do this, because if you're like me, I think you'll find that without making your health and wellness a priority, you'll have trouble ever ultimately really reaching those big goals and those big dreams that you really want to hit. So thanks so much for watching today, and I'll see you again really soon.